Welcome back to my YouTube channel Coin Secrets. What if I told you the small, copper-colored penny sitting at the bottom of your drawer could be worth $437,000? Sounds impossible, right? But the 1969 D Lincoln 1-cent coin has made ordinary people rich overnight, turning what most ignore into a life-changing fortune. Now, before you rush to your piggy bank, stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, you'll discover how to identify the real 1969 D penny that collectors are fighting over, why it's so valuable, and how it could make you the next accidental millionaire. And hey, if you've ever thrown a penny into a fountain for good luck, you might have just tossed away a small fortune. Let's find out if luck is still on your side. Let's rewind for a moment. The year was 1969. The U.S. Mint in Denver was producing billions of Lincoln cents. To the naked eye, every penny looked the same: Abraham Lincoln on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But hidden among these billions were a few extraordinary errors that transformed simple copper coins into priceless relics. One small misprint. One barely visible detail. One tiny mistake, and your penny goes from 1 cent to nearly $500,000. Now, here's the twist: the 1969 D penny became famous not for a printing error on the front, but because of what wasn't supposed to be there. While Philadelphia pennies had no mint mark, Denver pennies had a clear D under the date. Yet, some 1969 D coins contain strange doubling effects on Lincoln's profile and the inscriptions. Collectors call it the 1969 D double die obverse, and if you own one, congratulations, you're sitting on a jackpot. Now, don't go grabbing a magnifying glass and shouting, "Honey, I found it," just yet. Let's slow down before you start packing for your private island. The doubling on these coins wasn't just minor, it's dramatic. You can actually see the letters Liberty and In God We Trust appear twice. Even Lincoln's face seems to echo itself, like he blinked in slow motion during minting. Collectors lose their minds over this. Why? Because these minting errors are accidents of perfection, mistakes the mint didn't intend, that slipped through quality control and survived decades in circulation. Think of it like this: you're not just holding a coin. You're holding a historical glitch that the U.S. Mint would rather forget, and every year that passes, fewer of these coins remain in good condition. Most are scratched, lost, or melted down. That means the few surviving in near-perfect state are skyrocketing in value, with top-graded versions fetching $437,000 or more at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A penny. Worth more than a Lamborghini. Imagine paying for gas with that penny. The cashier would owe you change for a lifetime. Here's where it gets thrilling: many of these rare 1969 D pennies are still out there, sitting in coin jars, hiding in old collections, tucked away in drawers, or resting in the back of a family safe, waiting for someone like you to recognize their true value. So here's what to look for: the D mint mark right below the year 1969. Strong doubling on the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Crisp, bold lettering that appears slightly shadowed or repeated. If you spot this, don't clean the coin ever. Instead, contact a reputable coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. A professional evaluation could instantly transform your penny into a life-changing payday. Because here's the scary truth: many people have unknowingly spent these rare coins at grocery stores, vending machines, and gas stations. That's right. Someone, somewhere, might have traded away $437,000 for a pack of gum. Are you sure that's someone? Isn't you? The story of the 1969 D penny isn't just about money. It's a reminder that value hides in the ordinary, that the smallest, most overlooked things can hold the greatest rewards if you learn how to see them. So, the next time you find a dusty penny in your car or in an old wallet, don't just brush it aside, look closer, because what you're really holding might not be a coin, it could be your ticket to financial freedom. And remember, every great fortune starts with a small discovery. Maybe your story begins with a single 1969 D penny. If this story sparked your curiosity, what if I told you that one single penny, a simple 1979 D Lincoln cent sitting in your old change jar right now, could be worth $376,000? Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me, because before this video ends, you'll know exactly what makes this ordinary-looking coin turn ordinary people into millionaires overnight. And here's the shocking part: most people who had this coin in their hands spent it. They spent away a small fortune, all because they didn't know what to look for. So, before you go digging through the couch cushions like a treasure hunter on caffeine, watch till the end, because I'm about to show you what separates the lucky few from the unlucky millions. The origin story: a penny with a secret. The year was 1979. Disco lights, bell-bottoms, and the dawn of digital technology. The U.S. Mint in Denver was producing millions of Lincoln cents, seemingly identical, mass-produced, and ordinary, but buried in that mountain of copper-plated zinc was something extraordinary: a tiny minting mistake that would later turn a 1-cent coin into a collector's dream. Somewhere in that year's run, a minting anomaly, possibly a double die, a die break, or a planchet error, gave birth to a handful of coins that now sit in private vaults and museum displays, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the most shocking part, most of them were released into circulation. The revelation: how a 1-cent coin becomes a $376,000 treasure. So what makes this 1979 D Lincoln penny so valuable? Let's break it down. On the mint mark D, stamped in Denver, some coins show unusual characteristics like a slightly misplaced or doubled mint mark, die errors and doubling. Collectors pay huge premiums for clear doubling on Lincoln State, eyes, or inscriptions like, "In God We Trust." High-grade condition, a flawless penny graded MS-68 or above can fetch astronomical prices, because perfection is rare. One of these coins, authenticated by PCGS and sold at auction, shocked the numismatic world with a $376,000 final bid. And now imagine finding one in your own pocket. Change. That's not luck, that's opportunity meeting knowledge. By the way, if you just checked your pockets while I said that, congratulations, you've officially joined the Hopeful Millionaires Club. Don't worry, we all do it, but here's where things get real. Every single day, someone unknowingly spends a valuable coin at a grocery store, gas station, or vending machine worth more than their car. It's heartbreaking, because these treasures are hiding in plain sight, and people are letting wealth slip through their fingers. Literally, you could be one coin away from changing your financial future, but only if you know what to look for. So here's your checklist: look for sharp details and mirror like shine, inspect the date and mint mark under magnification, watch for unusual textures or doubling on the words in Lincoln's portrait, and if you find something that looks off, don't clean it. Cleaning a valuable coin can destroy its worth instantly, because what comes next could be the difference between a penny and a payday, the transformation from pocket change to power move. You see, rare coins like the 1979 D Lincoln cent aren't just collectibles. They're symbols of hidden wealth, proof that fortune doesn't always come in gold bars or stock portfolios. Sometimes, it jingles softly in your pocket. The people who discover these coins aren't professional collectors, they're everyday Americans. A retired mechanic in Texas. A single mom in Ohio. A teenager sorting through his grandfather's coin jar. They all found their ticket to a wealthy lifestyle, because they paid attention. And right now, that chance is in your hands too. You don't need luck, you need awareness, patience, and a little curiosity. But here's the twist: if the 1979 D penny can be worth $376,000, what about the 1980 D penny that's now rumored to have an even rarer variation hidden in circulation? That's a story for another day, but trust me, you won't want to miss it. So here's your mission: go check your old coin jars, your drawers, that dusty piggy bank, because every single coin has a story, and one of them might just change your life. If you believe hidden treasures still exist, hit subscribe, like, and share this video so others don't miss their shot at fortune. What if I told you that one of the most ordinary looking pennies in your pocket right now could secretly be worth over $537,000? Yes, a single 1967 Lincoln 1-cent penny. No mint mark, no silver, just copper and mystery. People toss it aside every day, yet collectors are hunting for it like treasure hunters chasing gold. And here's the scary part: most people have already held this coin in their hands, without even realizing they were touching $500,000. So, what makes the 1967 no mint mark penny so valuable? And how can you tell if your penny is the one collectors dream about? Stick with me till the end, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn how this ordinary coin turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires, and how one mistake at the US Mint changed everything. Before we dive deep, quick question: when was the last time you checked that old jar of coins sitting on top of your fridge? Yeah, the one you swore you'd take to Coinstar 3 years ago. You might want to check it after this video. Trust me. Let's go back to 1967, a year of revolution, music, and change. The US Mint was producing billions of coins, but something strange was happening. To fight coin shortages, the Mint removed all mint marks that year. Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, all coins looked the same. NOD. No S. Just plain, blank space beneath the date. But here's where the story twists: among those billions of pennies, a few rare variations slipped through. The coins struck with unusual die errors, double strikes, and metal composition flaws. And those rare defects turned into gold mines for the lucky few who spotted them. One collector from Illinois discovered his 1967 penny under a magnifying glass, a tiny doubling on Lincoln's date and lettering. He sold it for more than $200,000. Months later, another surfaced with a distinct die break running across Lincoln's shoulder, and the bidding? It exploded to over $500,000 at auction. But here's the million-dollar question: how do you know your 1967 penny isn't one of those hidden treasures? because the difference between a 1-cent coin and a $537,000 fortune can be smaller than a single scratch. Let's break it down. The 1967 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was struck from 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. But its value doesn't come from metal, it comes from errors and condition. Here's what to look for: the double die obverse. Look closely at Liberty and In God We Trust. If the letters appear shadowed or doubled, that's a sign of a major minting error, and those can fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars. Die cracks or cuds. Some pennies have visible cracks or raised lumps where the die broke during striking. These cuds make the coin one of a kind, and collectors love them. Full red luster. If your penny still gleams like it was minted yesterday, untouched, uncirculated, it could be worth a small fortune. In 2023, a 1967 penny graded MS-67 red sold for over $537,000. That's the kind of payday that could erase debts, buy property, or change your family's future forever, and all from something most people drop in a parking lot. Now, don't go tearing through your wallet in public. Imagine explaining to the cashier that you're not crazy, just searching for a $500,000 penny. But seriously, it happens more often than you'd think. People have found six-figure coins and change from a gas station, in an old coffee tin, even in a couch cushion. The truth is, these coins aren't just pieces of metal. They're time machines, carrying stories, mistakes, and miracles from a different era. Each one is a reminder that luck favors the curious. Here's what you can do today to find out if you're sitting on a fortune and grab a magnifying glass. Check every 1967 penny for doubling, die cracks, or unusual texture. Weigh it carefully. If it's Have you ever thought that the penny lying forgotten at the bottom of your drawer could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your retirement fund? Because right now, one single 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark has been valued at over $376,000, and it's still in circulation. Let that sink in. A coin you might have tossed in a parking meter could make you a millionaire. But here's the shocking part: most people who had one of these coins never even knew it, until it was too late. So today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1980 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, how it was made, why it's so rare, and how you could be holding the next six-figure coin in your hand right now. And before you say, "Come on, it's just a penny," remember, a penny saved is a penny earned. But this one could buy you a beach house. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and trust me, you'll never see your spare change the same way again. But to understand why this ordinary coin became so extraordinary, we need to go back to 1980, a time of inflation, economic uncertainty, and one of the most unexpected minting errors in U.S. coin history. It was 1980. Jimmy Carter was president, gas was 86 cents a gallon, and the Lincoln penny had already seen over 70 years of history. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins, Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, all working overtime. But here's the twist: the Philadelphia Mint, unlike the others, didn't use a mint mark. So, every 1980 penny without a mint mark came from Philly. Sounds normal, right? Well, not quite, because in that massive production run, a tiny batch of coins came out with unusual die characteristics, microscopic doubling, striking errors, and rare planchet flaws that set them apart from the billions of others. And collectors? They go wild for that kind of imperfection. It's the one time in life where making a mistake actually makes you richer. Now, what makes the 1980 no-mint mark penny worth up to $376,000 today isn't just that it's old. It's that certain examples were struck using a misaligned die, causing parts of Lincoln's profile or lettering to double or blur. These subtle errors are invisible to most people, unless you know exactly what to look for. If you see doubling on Liberty, a faint ghosting of Lincoln's face, or a blurry date, you may just be looking at the coin that could change your financial destiny. And here's the catch: thousands of people have handled one and spent it, completely unaware. Every day, more of these rare pennies are being lost to circulation, damaged, or melted down. So, while you're watching this video, your $1 million opportunity might be sitting in someone else's cash register. But before you start raiding your coin jar, let's uncover why the 1980 penny became a collector's obsession, and what separates a $1 coin from a $376,000 masterpiece. In the world of coin collecting, condition is king. That means if your 1980 no-mint mark penny is in mint state, graded by agencies like PCGS or NGC, its value could skyrocket. A flawless specimen once sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $376,000, shocking even veteran collectors. And the demand? It's only growing. Coin shows, online auctions, private collections, everyone is hunting for the next gem. Even a lower grade example could fetch hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. So, how do you know if yours is special? Here's what to check: a no mint mark. Confirm there's no letter under the date, sharp strike and glossy surface. These mean it hasn't been heavily circulated. Look for errors, doubling, misalignment, or planchet flaws. Get it graded. A certified grade from PCGS or NGC can multiply your coin's value instantly, and no, rubbing it on your jeans won't clean it up. That actually lowers the value faster than you can say oops. Here's the truth: rare coins like this are more than metal. They're time capsules, hidden investments, and for some, the key to financial freedom. But you're not just finding coins, you're uncovering wealth disguised as pocket change. Every single day, people across America are checking their coins and discovering life-changing treasures, and with prices climbing fast, the best time to search was yesterday. The second best time is right now. So go ahead. Empty the jar, check your wallets, and look closer, because the next